I say I'm knocking anybody out that come in here. I don't care. Whether it's to the body, whatever. Whether it's to the head, you getting knocked out, son. Real talk. I'm about to be the face of the boxing, of this boxing stuff. Let's talk about this right here. I don't even got too much to say. The fight done said it all. I don't got too much to say. Just know it's a different conversation.
Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Africa.
Keyshawn Davis didn't hold back when he went off on Devin Haney during an Instagram live. Davis unleashed a wave of sharp words and criticism, making it clear that there's no love lost between the two fighters.
Talk about that. Talk about that. I got some more Keep pulling out. Punch so hard. I punch hard, bro. I punch hard. I punch hard. I spit when I punch. Stop playing. Stop playing, son. Damn, I got so much I gotta hang up. Just got to the crib. Stop playing, bro. Punch too hard.
In his first fight of the year, Davis delivered a stunning late-round stoppage victory over veteran contender Jermaine Ortiz at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
He made good on his promise of getting a knockout win in his debut at 140 to cement his status as a top player in the division, and I'm going to turn it over to Keyshawn.
Well, first things first, all glory to God. Jesus Christ for giving me this win. It's been a long time coming, man. From my last fight all the way to tonight, man, there was a lot of twists and turns and up and downs and nights where I just didn't even want to do this anymore. And y'all don't know the half of like how I even got here tonight.
Davis shared that he had always wanted a matchup like this against a tough, challenging opponent, calling it an interesting and exciting fight.
I always dreamed to get like a 12-round knockout, like 12 round. Like that was always my dream. So like to do it in an opponent like Jermaine Ortiz on my return in front of 20,000 fans, that's God, bro. That's God. I feel like he turned my whole career around. And now it's just continuing to just keep trusting in him, you know, that he's gonna do even bigger things for me. And I'm here, man. I'm back and I'm better, just like I promised y'all. Also, I promised y'all a knockout and I got y'all that. And also, I want y'all to give me more credit. My last 3 opponents never been stopped before, never been dropped before. Limos, Baranchik, now Jermaine. And I moved up in weight and stopped him. So it's like, bro, I'm real, bro. I'm for real. And put anybody in there in front of me, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna stop them. Put your money on it.
After the fight, Davis didn't just celebrate his win, he immediately turned his attention to the next big opportunity. Davis made it clear that if he faces Devin Haney, the fight will end in a knockout.
My question to you is, you called out Devin Haney. You talked the other day, and I told you what Mickey Bay said about Devin Haney and you fight. I talked with somebody that you might know from when you were younger, Coach Sean from Norfolk, Virginia. He told me, you know, when it come to fighting, Keyshawn Davis is just a mean little dude. Like, you can come, you want to box and do all that. He love to fight. Now, I asked you this about Mickey when it came to Devin Haney. Now that you're taking care of business, how does you and Devin Haney end? How does that fight go?
A knockout.
Say less.
Keyshawn Davis didn't stay quiet when he spoke about Devin Haney during an Instagram live session. He went straight at Haney with strong criticism and made it obvious that there is real tension between them and no respect left between the two fighters.
Jermaine Ortiz, God willing, I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion. And then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney? Yeah. Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's gonna put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt. Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'ma look great, God willing, and in the future, we going big.
In his first fight of the year, Davis earned an impressive late stoppage win over experienced contender Jermaine Ortiz at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
A superstar.
You asking that question, I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40, so he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out, guaranteed. I just feel like, shouts out to Devin though, you doing your thing. Like, I have no problem against you, bro. But we talking business right now. I will knock Devin out for sure. For sure.
You don't think he's hitting a little harder at 47 than he was at 35 and 40, growing into that weight? That's a no.
It looked like it.
It looked like it.
It looks
to
like
us, Keyshawn.
To me.
Let's see how hard I hit January 31st.
Davis explained that he had been hoping for a fight like this against a strong and dangerous opponent, saying it was exactly the kind of challenge that excited him.
You're already a bright enough star that he'd be willing to take, because, as a businessman, risk reward. You think you bring enough to the table that he'd want to take the fight? He would take the fight?
Hopefully, bro. I hope he would take the fight. In terms of answering your question, a bright enough star, he's already entertaining me on Twitter and social media and stuff like that. So I guess he sees some money potential in this fight right here. But what I would like to do is I would like to become champion, because that just speaks for itself. Once I come to the champion with the table, you can't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know me. People know me. I can go to the UK and sell. Like, I can go anywhere and sell. My first main event, I sold 10,000 tickets. I sell, period. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's entertaining me, because I am a star. But when I come with that world title, whether I beat Dalton Smith or I go move up a weight and beat Lewis Crocker, once I come with them world titles, it's just a different story.
Once the fight was over, Davis didn't spend much time enjoying the victory. Instead, he quickly focused on his next target. He said that if he ever fights Devin Haney, he believes the bout will end with Haney getting knocked out.
Maybe the entire boxing public was making Devin into something a lot bigger than he is.
I mean, Devin was doing that. Devin and his father, they was promoting Devin well, in terms of, building his fights, who he was going to fight next to keep his name rolling, making things look like stuff that it isn't, and just saying things that's extraordinary. They was doing a great job promoting Devin, and he was fighting and he was winning. So they was doing everything they could to make him out into the fighter he is today. And hats off to that too. Us as fighters nowadays, we gotta promote our own selves. So they was doing what they was supposed to do,
In several recent interviews, Davis has said he doesn't plan to remain at super lightweight for very long. He sees the welterweight division, where Haney is currently the WBO champion, as the next big step in his career. Keyshawn Davis has made it clear that he's willing to fight anyone and wants to challenge the biggest names in boxing.
Devin said, let's do it. I know he's dealing with some legal issues. I don't know what happened. He said he had to turn himself in, but I believe he tweeted Keyshawn, let's do it.
He said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted something like that. Yeah.
Well, Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it before he even hit the media, so I know it's going to happen in 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it make money, it makes sense.
When asked if he believes he's a big enough name for Devin Haney to accept the fight, Keyshawn Davis answered with confidence, saying he could sell the event anywhere in the world. He believes his skills, growing fan base, and recent performances make him an attractive opponent for any elite fighter.
Video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart, but I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Keyshawn claimed that Devin Haney and his team have done a great job promoting him, creating more excitement around his name than what he has actually shown inside the ring.
Maybe I haven't seen for a little while. How was that?
It was amazing, bro. Nothing but family in there. Training alongside fighters like Zay Quinn, Raymond Forward, Kelvin Davis, Keyshawn Davis. It was amazing, bro. And the rest of our families together. It's really our first time actually really being together like this. Like as far as both our families coming together. So it was definitely different, but it was amazing.
How is that like beneficial, right? Like having familiar faces, that good work, you know, from Zaquan to Keyshawn. I'm sorry, obviously from Zaquan to Shakur. You know, like I'm sure you're in the ring sparring with these guys. What's that like? Maybe mentally, kind of going into this fight, as opposed to maybe not having that kind of same camp situation in other camps.
Well, for me, I'm a professional when it comes to me actually fighting in the ring. I'm gonna always make sure I do what I need to do to prepare to go into a fight. So like, just as far as like the energy, you know what I'm saying, transferring from camp over to fight week, that part been amazing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me always getting prepared for a fight, nothing really changed.
Devin Haney answered Keyshawn Davis's bold challenge and made it clear that he isn't avoiding the fight. After Davis said he was ready to move up to 147 pounds to face him, Haney responded publicly by saying Davis is on the list and they can make the fight happen. His reply showed the confidence of a champion who has already succeeded against top competition. Haney has also been training with respected coaches and experienced boxing experts, including Freddie Roach, as he prepares for the toughest opponents available. With both men speaking confidently, this matchup is becoming even more interesting.
Okay. But the question about the big fight is a real one. Like, if you look at what you're now at 140 pounds, right? Yep. Shakur Stevenson, who you two are never going to fight. By the way, once upon a time, Kenny Norton and Joe Frazier had the same trainer, and they said they would never fight. But man, if it ever made sense, if they were the two guys left standing, they'd have had to. The Klitschko's never fought. They were brothers, right? Even when they ran the division. But if Shakur beats Teo, and he is favored to do so, he's the 140-pound champ. And if he stays there for a minute, and that's your division, when the dust settles, if you two are the best dudes, what are you gonna do?
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this, Max. Look, I'm 26 years old. I see the boxing landscape. I understand Shakur will be 140 champ, and that's my division. I feel like boxing is my division. I feel I can really do whatever I want to do, and I know what I want to do after I beat Jermaine. I want to go to 147 and get a 147 title.
Davis quickly responded after Devin Haney accepted the challenge, saying that if they ever meet in the ring, he would knock Haney out. He repeated that he is fully prepared for elite competition and has said many times that Haney doesn't have the power or defense to beat him. Davis believes he would end the fight before the final bell and has often said his goal is to stop every top opponent he faces, including Haney.
This is a competitive fight.
Yeah,
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight. What then? What then for you and Teo?
For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, you know, I'm a surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. I'm gonna be knocking them out. And that's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah, I remember when Floyd Mayweather told me when he was still 130 pounds that he wanted to fight Felix Trinidad. And at the time, that fight never happened.
Still, facing Devin may not be as simple as Keyshawn believes. Tank Davis once praised Devin Haney as a special talent even when he was only 17 years old, pointing to his natural ability and boxing skills. At the same time, Tank said Haney's current lifestyle, especially spending too much time partying, may have slowed his progress and affected his focus inside the ring. He suggested those distractions have likely influenced Haney's recent performances. Even so, Tank made it clear that Haney's talent is unquestionable, while also stressing that discipline and dedication are essential for a long and successful career. His comments showed both admiration for Haney's ability and concern about how personal choices can affect a fighter's future.
On the whole situation that's currently going on between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. And when really looking at and assessing this situation, I'm just trying to figure out at the end of the day if Keyshawn Davis really wants the biggest fights in the sport of boxing, or does he just want the biggest headlines? You know, after stopping Jermaine Ortiz Saturday night, Keyshawn Davis immediately calls out Devin Haney in the ring And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's a real fight for the sport. A true chess match with Keyshawn Davis's elite timing, sharp and accurate punching, understanding the range, and solid defense being tested against Devin the Dream Haney, elite jab, quick feet, fast hands, championship pedigree, and, you know, his high-level ring IQ. But then, hours later, he's on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco's platform Nightcap. And now, within a few hours, he's saying that this fight has to make sense. Shifting the conversation over to Lewis Crocker and talks with Eddie Hearn. And in my eyes, this is where the questions start. This isn't something that's even new either. You know, when we look at Keyshawn Davis's past, he said he was going to fight Edwin De Los Santos and Abdullah Mason just to miss weight, not stay in the division at 135, and end up fighting neither, while Abdullah Mason goes on to beat Sam Noakes to take the title that was stripped from Keyshawn Davis. At some point, that stops feeling random and starts to feel like a pattern. Big call-outs, big buzz, then a pivot. And whether intentional or not, it makes me question how much Keyshawn truly wants these big fights. Because in boxing, at least from the fans' point of view, trust is built on consistency and, just as importantly, follow through. So, is Keyshawn Davis really wanting of the big fights, or is he merely a clout chaser?
I feel like this was the first full training camp I've had in a while.
How was it? It was incredible, man.
It was all family in the gym. Training with guys like Zaquin, Raymond Ford, Kelvin Davis, and Kean Davis made it a great experience. It was also the first time both of our families had really come together like that. It felt different, but in the best way. So how did that help you? Being around familiar faces and getting quality work with fighters from Zaquin to Shakur, I'm sure you were sparring with them. Mentally, how did that compare with some of your previous camps? For me, I'm always professional when it's time to prepare for a fight. I always make sure I do everything necessary before stepping into the ring. The biggest difference was the energy we shared in camp and how it carried into fight week. That part was amazing. But when it comes to my preparation, nothing really changed.